Well, welcome back, YouTube. This is Ricepaddy Reasons, and my name is Isaac, and I am your Ricepaddy Daddy. Hey. So before we get started, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know when I drop a new video, and please watch the whole video and leave a comment so I can know what you're thinking too. So let's get on into it, folks. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, this is where I provide solutions for the regular guy that is looking to travel overseas. And how do we do that? You need an income that is not dependent upon you being in any particular place. You need to be able to make money from anywhere. The best way that I have found is through passive income, and I am going to give you an exact path to making passive income. So we're going to work out of the notebook again today, and so if I keep on looking down, it's because I'm reading. So here are the exact steps that you want to take in order to start making passive income. All right, number one is free up some income. Right now, you're probably working a job, and you probably have to have a budget. If you haven't watched my video on budgets, go ahead and watch that now. Now, as soon as you have freed up some of your income, in other words, set aside some of your income that you are going to put towards making yourself more money, the second thing that you need to do is you need to get out of debt. If you have credit cards or you're paying off a car, I'm not going to count a house because that is somewhat of an asset because you are paying into your own equity. I would say that you really want to get out of debt first, because there's no point in investing your money when you're paying like upwards of, I don't know how much it would be for a credit card, like probably over 20%. It's been a while since I've had a credit card. So when you're paying off debts, you want to make sure you're always paying more than the minimum payment. Because if you only pay the minimum payment, it is going to take you a very long time to pay it off. You always want to pay more than the minimum payment, because then you will be paying down the principal balance, which will bring your payment down. And as that payment comes down, it doesn't mean that you take that allotted amount of money and then start spending it on other stuff. You want to continue with that same payment or more towards that debt. You will find that you're paying off more of the principal as you go. As the payment lowers, you will be paying off more of the principal, which will bring it down even faster. You want to continue this process until you are debt free. Start with the highest interest rate and then work your way down. The third thing that you want to do is you want to get yourself an emergency fund. This is money that you've set aside just in case something catastrophic happens, and maybe you get hurt and you lose your job. Something happens, we don't know what we don't know. So be careful. Make sure you have about 3 months of bills in reserves, so that even if you lose your income, you still have 3 months of being able to pay your bills while you seek more income. For some people, it might be less. For some people, it might be more. I suggest about 3 months. You work it out for yourself and do what works for you. Number 4, you want to start small and then build. You don't have to start with these huge investments. The best ones always have some sort of a minimum investment, but you want to work your way up to that. Don't try and put the cart before the horse. Just start building small. You can do that with apps like Stash or Robinhood. You can also do that with other vehicles. I have several that you can work with. Contact me by email, and I would be happy to give you a free consultation on which direction you might want to take. Number 5, never invest what you can't afford to lose. All right, that's why I tell you to have an emergency fund, because you want to make sure that you have money for contingencies, and there's always risk involved when you invest money. There is no investment out there that you can profit from that is going to be risk-free. even a bank account, a savings account where you will make almost nothing on your money, still has a measure of risk because, well, you've been seeing how many banks are going under. Number 6, once you have started your investment process and you are getting returns, then you want to make sure that the money that you had set aside to make yourself more money, you are still adding that much to that investment from your own income, okay? In other words, the same money that you had set aside in order to pay off debt, you are now going to put that towards your investment and keep adding to it. The profits or proceeds that you get from that investment, you want to continue to reinvest those. Don't up your spending. Stick to your budget and still keep on adding to that. As I've said before, every time you reinvest and add to that investment, you are essentially giving yourself a pay raise. This doesn't mean that you need to start spending more money. Quite the opposite. It means that you should start allotting as much as you can towards that investment and continue to give yourself pay raise after pay raise. In other words, every time you give yourself a pay raise, you are now able to reinvest even more and grow your investment. Number 7, you need to have a tax plan, okay? Always pay your taxes. You do not want the trouble that comes behind not paying your taxes properly, okay? The fees can be ugly. So make sure that you are always paying your taxes. Make a plan, talk to an expert. I would say like a tax attorney or a CPA, some sort of expert that knows where to put your money and set up your finances so that you can minimize your taxes. I myself like making use of LLCs, some overseas, some in other states because California is ugly, and I use that to both pay my bills and be able to expense that out and pay a lower rate of taxes. So after you have completed that step, well, now you can get into the big time where you can start upgrading and diversifying. Then you can start investing in all of those great investments that do have a minimum investment and start really making some serious profits. Some of the great ways to go is an IUL, or an Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. These are connected to like the S&P 500. They will make like about 11 to 12% per month, and you can keep on reinvesting and adding to that as well. It will provide coverage for your family in case something happens to you, and you can also borrow against it because that's a loan that is tax-free. You can actually get tax-free passive income from a vehicle like this, but you do have to build it up to a certain point so that you're not depleting it. Also, you can diversify into things like mutual funds, which can profit every month and also be stable and be able to provide you some security. There is also gold bullion, which holds its value very, very well against the dollar, and it is tradable anywhere in the world, and also nobody can track it because it is a physical asset. I myself invested in a couple of oil wells. I think that that's a great way to go. I don't think that petroleum's going anywhere because our entire infrastructure is built upon petroleum, and so I believe that that is a great investment. That is one of those investments where you do need a minimum investment. If you're interested, contact me. I can introduce you to the right people. So step number 9 is going to be, you want to make sure that your passive income has reached a level where you can both pay your bills and continue to make those assets grow. In other words, you're going to continue and never stop giving yourself pay raises, but you're also going to be able to pay your bills and pay your taxes and continue to grow. Once you're there, then you can live anywhere in the world and you will have nothing to worry about as far as money is concerned. So I hope that was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below or email me at ricepaddyreasons@gmail.com. I'm available 24/7, and I'm happy to have a conversation with any single one of you guys. So I will see you guys in the next video. In the meantime, passports up. You guys live free and deserve your victory.